How's it going? It's Monsterpawss back with my palm tree because I could not be bothered to style my hair today because it was humid outside. It's winter and it's humid. What the fuck? So we're doing a Q&A video today and I'm excited because we hit 1,000 subscribers. I am dead inside. Deceased. I didn't think that we would hit 1,000 subscribers so fast, but apparently I was wrong. Coffee. Love it. First question we have is from Nicholas, and he asked, when did you start taking art seriously? And also, what's it like being a full-time artist? I'm not a full-time artist. First, I started taking art seriously around 6th grade, which was probably like 2006-ish. So I've been drawing seriously for about 10 years now. I wish I was a full-time artist. I am not a full-time artist. I have a part-time job. That's my goal one day, is to become a full-time artist. It will happen eventually. Next question we have is from Gray Nova. By the way, thank you for your kind words in this comment. It really means a lot to me. On to your question. Have you gone to college for art or are you mainly self-taught? I am self-taught, like 99% self-taught. My thoughts on college, okay. If you have gone to art school, don't get offended by what I'm about to say. This is my own opinion. I did take 1 year of community college and I was majoring in art. I absolutely fucking hated it. I hated it. Maybe it's different if you're going to a school that actually specializes in art, but I was going to a shitty community college in a shitty town and I hated absolutely everything about it. It actually started to make me hate art, so I dropped out. And I have no regrets about that at all whatsoever. My family hates it. I don't care. I do not care at all. It's my life. I hated my professor. She was the type of professor that would tell people that their art was not art. I think that is not okay at all. I think that is very unprofessional as both a professor and an artist. Moving on. What started to make me hate art was that for some reason we had to have a reason to draw. Like, why do I need a reason? Why do I need some sort of deeper meaning behind my art? I don't need a deeper meaning. The only thing that I know is that I want to fucking draw. I want to make art and I want to make pictures and I want to do it because I want to do it. And if I have some sort of deeper meaning behind it, which a lot of my drawings do, then that's great. But if not, then that's okay. But for some reason, we had to have some sort of deeper meaning behind our art. And that, honestly, it made me start questioning why am I drawing these pictures and why am I, going through the trouble to make art if it's not going to mean anything, which to me is stupid. You should make art whether or not it means something deeper or not. Also, it didn't really teach me anything about being a better artist. For some people, if you go to art school, you probably would learn something. I went to a community college, like I said. I did not learn anything. $10,000 and I didn't learn shit. I personally don't think it's worth it. I don't see a point in it. I really don't. But if that's what you want to do, if you think that's going to be the best choice for you, then do it. It was not the best choice for me. I honestly kind of regret going. And honestly, I only did it because my family wanted me to. So long story short, it didn't teach me anything, but don't go to art school expecting to come out 2 or 4 years later an amazing master artist, because school teaches you basic and you have to do a lot of the work when it comes to actually bettering your art and bettering your skills. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it because it pisses me off. Moving on, you had another question. Do you ever do digital art with a tablet or are you all traditional? I do some digital art. I haven't done digital art in a long time, been probably a few months, but I do have a tablet and it's covered in dust, covered in filth. But to answer your question, yes, I do some digital art, but I'm like 95% traditional. Nomlom asks, that name though, Nomlom, I like it. How often do you draw and do you keep a sketchbook to just throw ideas in? I draw pretty much, I wouldn't say every day, but I would say close to every day. Like, yes, you need to take a break from drawing just so you don't burn yourself out, but I do draw close to every day, even if it's just like some sort of stupid doodle or a gesture drawing or something like that. I do draw almost every day. 6 days a week, I draw. Autumn asks, do you think it's a good idea for an aspiring artist to start a YouTube channel? What advice would you give to that artist? Yes, absolutely, start your channel. There is a huge art community here on YouTube. Like, there are so many people I didn't even know about. So yes, start that channel like tomorrow. Do it. I've been doing YouTube for about a year now. I'm coming up on my year anniversary and we're at 1,000. And I didn't think we'd be at 1,000 until like the end of this year. So even if your skills aren't all that great, do it because you will improve and YouTube will give you an incentive to draw every day. Assuming you want to be active on YouTube and you want to gain subscribers, YouTube can be an incentive to improve yourself. So yes, I would say definitely start it. Don't expect to grow really, really big, really fast. Original Lights wants to know, what's your filming setup like and what do you use to film? My filming setup is extra ghetto, super ghetto. Okay, let me show you this real quick. So this is my camera that I was using when I first started out. It's a Nikon D3200. This is not what I use to film anymore, but I might use it to get different angles whenever I'm doing certain videos like speed drawings and I don't want to just get a above view, but I want to get like a side view or something. I'll use this as a B angle camera. Let me put a memory card in this bitch and show you exactly what my film setup looks like because it's not pretty. Okay, so this is my chair. This is where I sit. This is my background, my art desk over there, which is extremely messy, some random crap sitting behind my easel, and then this is my setup. I have just a lamp attached to my tripod and then my camera right there. It's super extra ghetto, and then I have an extra tripod right there for this camera that I'm using right now. And now I'm filming us. Filmception. So that's what my setup looks like. Not the best setup. I don't have any studio lights, so my lighting isn't always that great, but it worked. That's all that matters, right? For this video and majority of my other videos, I'm using this Canon G7X, which I think has way better video quality than this. Another question we have from Namlam is, what is the drawing that you're most proud of? Namlam, that is I'm offended by this question. That's like asking a mom to choose which of her kids is her favorite. How am I supposed to choose that? I don't even know. If I had to choose currently, I don't know, that's such a hard question. I like all of my art. If I had to choose one right now, I would say that Medusa is probably my favorite just because her snakes shine in the light. You can also see the speed paint for it on my channel. I'll leave the link in the description. Tony Turner asks, how many videos are you planning on making for your Gods and Goddesses series? 12 videos because I'm planning on making 12 drawings, more than likely 6 women and 6 men. I plan on making 12. It might end up being 5 because I'm lazy. Terrible Night asks, what's the dumbest / funniest thing you've ever heard anyone say about your art? Also, congrats. Nothing but proud of you and your palm tree. Girl, my palm tree is proud of you for being here. Yes. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say anything like especially dumb or especially funny. I failed at this question. Captain Pika asks, are there any common art tips that don't work for you or that you don't agree with? Yes. Ones that don't work for me are the exercises where you like draw random shapes and then you try to make things out of the shapes. Like, I can't do that. I don't know how people do that. I have tried to do that. It's like witchcraft. There's a bunch of witches on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Black magic. As for tips that I don't agree with, I don't think there are any tips that I don't agree with. At least not that I've heard of yet. Bria asks, will there be another custom shoe giveaway anytime soon or an art giveaway in general? Yes, eventually. I was gonna do a shoe giveaway for 1,000 subscribers, but I never got around to making the other 2 shoes that I wanted to do, and I didn't want there to just be one giveaway winner. I do still have the Steven Universe shoes that I was planning on giving away. Those will be included in another giveaway. I'll probably do one when I hit maybe 5,000 or 10,000. If I ever hit 10,000. Avoy and Emotive Art Scar wanted to know what keeps me motivated when working on a detailed drawing. Coffee. lots and lots of coffee. I don't really need motivation when it comes to working on detailed art because detailed art is my favorite. I love doing lots of tiny details and like putting details in the eyes and details where people won't probably even know that there's details. I do a lot of detail just because, and I like doing it, so I don't really need motivation, but so I don't get burnt out on it, I will take breaks, maybe like an hour break or something, and then come back to it. Also, listening to music really helps me stay in the zone, and once I'm in the zone of drawing, I will draw for hours on end. It's like somebody playing video games where they're like so immersed into the game that like 16 hours passes by and you realize you're dehydrated and hungry and you haven't pissed in like 4 days. That's how I am with art. I don't really need motivation, but I do drink lots of coffee and listen to lots of music. I've also wanted to know, how do I deal with art block? I get art block all the time and I don't really deal with it. I just kind of let it run its course. There will be times, months at a time, where I will not draw. I remember a few years back, I went almost half a year without drawing anything. I had no inspiration, and that was whenever I was going through college. I hated it. I didn't have any inspiration. I could not, anything that I tried to draw looked really bad. It just looked bad. There was something off about it, and I think it was because my heart was not in it. Art block is something for me that's really hard to get over, but it's something that you kind of have to push through. You just have to draw. Like, that's the only thing I can tell you, is draw something eventually will emerge out of it. Catherine and Bree wants to know what inspired me to do YouTube videos. Honestly, I wanted to meet other artists. I don't have any art friends that I can talk art with. Like, nobody knows what Copic markers are. Honestly, when I buy Copic markers, they're like, why are you spending that much money on some markers? Those are expensive. Why don't you just buy Crayola? And my answer to them is no. So I joined YouTube because I wanted to make more art friends. I also wanted to put my art out there just to share, you know, why not? As for my inspirations, honestly, I was inspired a lot by BF vs. GF, their vlog channel, because they have some pretty artistic vlogs. I love looking at like shots of the city whenever Jesse's flying his drone around, and like the cool music that they do and the montages. Like, if you ever make it to an end of my video where I do a speed paint and then I do like different shots of my art that I just did, that's inspired by BF vs. GF in the way that they do their vlogs. Emotive Art Scar has a few more questions. Do you listen to music while you're drawing? Absolutely. I cannot not listen to music when I'm drawing. I listen to everything under the rainbow except country music, because country music to me is very depressing. It sounds like a bunch of grown men crying into their beer. I don't like it. The main thing that I listen to whenever I'm drawing is trap and liquid trap, and I'm not sure if that's like the official genre of the music that I listen to, but it's chill and I love it. I'll put a link to a playlist that I listen to in the description. A few people that I would recommend would be Tangled by the Hicks and Dream Koala. One of my favorite songs by Dream Koala is We Can't Be Friends. I listen to that all the time when I'm drawing. Like, I'll put headphones on, sit at my art desk, and blast that music and draw, and it just gives me so much inspiration. Megan asks, where do you get your inspiration from? And like I said earlier, music is my main source of inspiration. If I can't think of anything to draw, sometimes I'll drive around. I'm also very inspired by lights, like city lights, and that's also why I have these lights hanging up in the background, and I'll just listen to some music and look at the lights. I'll sit on my balcony and look at lights. I'll drive around and look at lights. I don't know, I'm very inspired by city lights. Kate has a few questions. How many Copic markers do you have? I don't know, actually. Last time I counted, I think I had like 130-ish, but I have bought more since then, so it's probably around 140, 150-ish. I honestly don't know. I would have to count them out. How long have you been drawing with Copic markers? I started off with a 72-piece A set. I got that like 3 years ago, and ever since then, like, Copics have been my main medium that I draw in. Which 5 colored Copics do you like the most? I don't know. There's so many. Honestly, if I had to choose, I would probably choose these colors. BG13, V20, B63, BV000, and R20. Savannah wants to know, do you plan to start vlogging anytime soon? I would love to start vlogging. I actually have a vlog camera right now. I just would feel very weird about vlogging in public. I don't want people to be staring at me while I am talking to a camera. I do plan on vlogging, probably not for a while though. And finally, Logan wants to know, how do I get my palm trees so on fleek? And I'm not even gonna lie, I woke up like this, and then I went outside and it was humid, and this happened. All right, I think that's it for this Q&A video. Thank you guys so much for your questions. I got so many questions. I didn't think I was gonna get that many. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to smack that ass on that like button. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. All the links are in the description below. You can also subscribe. We do art things. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, don't quit your daydream.